A piece of the 1955 Topps Hank Aaron is better than no 1955 Topps Hank Aaron. So here we are 3 weeks after the show ended and I'm finally making this video. I got sick and I had to take some time off to recover. And then I took a week after the 2 weeks of recovery to clear off my sorting table and kind of make some space for this video. And then I had to think about what I want to talk about. So let's dive right into it here. This is the review of my experience at the January 2022 Dallas Card Show. Let's see, in no particular order, I have cards here we're going to be talking about. So essentially we'll kind of just jump into the different categories of stuff I collect, vintage and junk wax and some, 90s plus stuff. So on Saturday of the show, I was hanging out in the Starlight room going through and doing my serpentining, and I found a dealer who had a 1986 Fleer Update Andres Galarraga and a PSA 10. And I guess the guy's girlfriend, wife, or sister was there, and I indicated had some interest, and she had to make a phone call to see. And so I was just like, well, I'm just going to walk around and I'll come back. I actually came back the next day on Sunday and grabbed the card from the guy. And we settled on 20. It's a great looking card. It's got great centering, and it's just got awesome eye appeal. So that's a great card to get. I was really happy to get that card. And that gentleman had other pieces that were priced really well. And so I was kind of looking at other things, and he had I noticed that he had a Luis Aparicio 1956 Topps rookie in a SGC 15. It's a low grade. Whatever. That's a really great card. And one that I had kind of sort of loosely looked at over the years, but never made it a priority to get, because Aparicio, although a Hall of Famer, I never focused on his stuff. Well, let's see where his rookie card is. I learned years ago it was the 56 Topps. Anyway, long story short, I acquired this low-grade example of the rookie for $20 from the same dealer that I paid the same price for the Galarraga rookie. So I spent $40 at this showcase, and I got these two great cards. I was really happy about that. So those were two excellent ads, and I was really happy to get both of those. The Aparicio is in really not great shape. It's got great eye appeal. The centering is awesome on it. Next up on the list here is a 1981 TCMA PSA 6 of the Cal Ripken Jr. So this is a minor league card, the Rochester Red Wings. I acquired my first example of this card signed at the 2012 National, and I paid, I think, like $220 raw for it, and then I had it subbed to PSA for the then priority slabbing at $60, which now is considered a bargain. But I paid for that, and it came back a 7 with the autograph authenticated. So it was like a red flip. Really cool. Really great card. So this is my first one that's not signed, and I might get others. And it's low enough grade to where it's just a great eye appeal card. I mean, the card has awesome centering, color, everything's great on it. I think the reason for the downgrade is the top of the back edge, slight yellowing. This is very common in early Fleer sets, especially like 83 and 84 Fleer had this issue. We'll talk about a card here in a second from the 84 set. So I think that's why it put it down to a 6. But I mean, the price to value ratio on that card is awesome because it's minor league of baseball royalty. That's how I consider Cal Ripken. He is one of the absolute best ball players in all of baseball. One of the greatest shortstops ever. But also he's credited for the 2-1, 3-1 streak, which actually went on many games past that. Which I don't think I think it's going to be a while before his consecutive game streak will be broken, if it ever is. So really happy to get this for this card. Now, the mainstream Cal Ripken rookie cards, the Topps, Fleer, Donruss, those are significantly more popular, and so they bring in like higher dollar figures at auction. But the minor league stuff is just as cool, and I really like it a lot. So there you have it. This is 1981 TCMA Cal Ripken Jr. and a PSA 6. Next on the list here is a 1984 Fleer PSA 4 Don Mattingly rookie card. Now I've got this card a bunch of times raw in various grades, low to mid range. Nothing super high end, but they're clean examples, good filler copies. And this is the first one I've gotten that's been graded. And I've been looking at lower grade stuff lately just because the deals are so good on them. I picked up 2 copies of the 89 Donruss Ken Griffey Jr. rookie in a BGS 6.5, and they were $5 each. I'm like, that's what I pay raw. I almost pay that raw anyway. I typically don't like paying $5 for that card raw, but $2-3 is about right. But paying 5 for, in a slab example, and I bought 2 of them. This is pretty cool. But anyway, when I saw this Don Mattingly, I was like floored by the centering, the eye appeal, just the condition of it is just beautiful. It's a stunning card. The only reason why, well, at least in my belief, the reason why I think it got a 4 is because the bottom right corner has slight discoloring, a little bit of yellowing going there. If it didn't have that yellowing, gosh, it's just a strong potential for a 10. It is that nice. It is really a nice card. So I was really glad to get that, and that was $10. So I thought that was a great deal for that card. Because the slabbing fee is much more expensive than that. The Mattingly 84 stuff is such a draw for me because it's in that perfect time that predates the huge spike in the junk wax stuff that's really kind of started in 86. Love that card. Great card to have. I just love the appearance. This next one here, the last one we're going to talk about, is from the 90s era. And I was really glad to find this card in a bargain bin that had appeared to have been avoided by most people in the show because I didn't see anybody go through it. And I went through it twice at the show and picked out a bunch of things, and the seller was really nice. And I was really glad to get this card. So I pulled out like a stack, and the prices were just too good, and the guy gave me such a good deal on everything. And in it was a Ken Griffey Jr. 1997 Fleer Soaring Stars, the Glowing Parallel. It's believed that the glowings were 10 to 20% of the total output of Soaring Stars for that year. And so they're harder to get. They have obviously a multiplier. Great looking cards. Now, this is a set I'm building, and I'm only 1 card short of it. Oh no, I'm not going to tell you which one it is. But really glad to get this. Now, I picked up the Griffey some months back, and I paid significantly more for the one I acquired on eBay and open market than the $5 I paid for this one. And I was so glad to get this card, even though it was a double. I'm like, gosh, what a great card to get for $5. And I think because it was in the stack, if I really wanted to total it out as a single item, it would be probably less than 5, somewhere between 2 and 3. Just a great card to get. So really glad to get that card. So that covers the highlights of the show. There are a couple other pieces. If you want to scroll down or click in the link below, you can see other things that I got. Really happy to get these items into my collection. And we're having so many shows this year that I might spend one of these shows buying less and producing more content. We'll see what happens. I want to thank you for tuning into Radicards TV on Radicards.com. I'm your host, Patrick Reno, and until next time, enjoy collecting.
If you like this content, please subscribe. Thank you. Enjoy collecting.